as he works his way to becoming a DTM, aka Distinguished Toastmaster. The subject he will be speaking on will be purpose of a vision statement. Statements or slogans in a verbal or written manner that will show where an organization is or will be going in the future. In today's world, we have taken such statements for our individual ways of living and reaching our goals. Welcome our couth, Maurice Jordan.
All right, I gotta look pretty couth right now, so just hold on. As opposed to being uncouth like I normally am on a Friday. How are we doing? Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Yes, how you doing?
Fantastic.
I would guess we have something in common. I'm also on and off.
I love it.
It's good to be here. I'm here to talk about the purpose of a vision statement. It provides general direction, provides context for decision making, affects an organization's structure, and affects working relationships. You got to be clear about it. It's got to be challenging, kind of like the ring, right? It's got to be general, so everybody can understand. Because normally when we talk about mission statements, we're talking about corporations, companies, people would have visions to where they want to be. You got to be people-oriented. You just can't talk about finances. You don't talk about finances. You don't talk about money. You don't talk about, the goals are to be a $1 trillion company. You got to be people-oriented. You got to let people do what they do when you run a corporation or a company. You got to be inspiring. Don't be a slave master. Don't beat your associates and your employees. Listen to them. Listen to what they have to say. And it's got to be easily communicated. And what does an organization do well? I've worked for organizations. I've worked for big companies. I have little companies. I've worked for mom and pops right now, managing buildings. They don't have a mission statement. They don't need one. They have me. I'm a mission statement every day I wake up. And this is what I remind them every day. But today's theme is going to be on simple mission statements versus quotes. I didn't understand the difference to begin with when I first joined the corporation back in 1979. When I did that, I started reading about different people that had quotes, that had mission statements. And I came across the CEO, Denise Morrison of Campbell's Soup. Campbell's Soup, they make chunky chicken soup. They make New England clam chowder. I said it right. Don't try to correct me. All right? To serve as a leader, live a balanced life, and apply ethical principles to make significant difference. That's a mission statement, wouldn't you say? That's a mission statement. Joe Manby. He is the CEO of the Hershen Family Entertainment. Joel Manby. You probably, maybe some of you know him. He's entertainment. I think Bert had him at the last party. He had him just like a clown, big CEO. I define personal success as being consistent to my own personal mission statement. To love God and to love others. See, Alexander did show up today.
Yes, she did.
Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group. I will not call him Sir Richard Branson, although he was dedicated by the Queen. When I think of Sir, somebody Sir Elton John, Sir Paul McCartney, maybe one day Sir Maurice Jordan, but I'll wait for that because I'm not that couth yet. To have fun in my journey through life and learn from my mistakes. But then he added to that something that I had learned before I read this statement. And I read this statement probably 3-4 years ago. He said, in business, know how to be a good leader and always try to bring the best out in the people. It is very simple. Listen and trust them. Believe in them and trust them. Respect them and trust them. And let them have a go at it. Now, there's a little paraphrase in there because one of the biggest lessons I've learned working in corporation anywhere, once I grew up a little bit and grew out of that, I'm the best person in the world, ego when you're 20, right? And they give you a supervisor position. I learned from my dishwashers. I learned from the line cooks what I could develop and use as a manager. Because if you can't trust the cooks if you're teaching someone to ice skate, if you can't trust them to do that twist in the air, they're never going to do it because they won't feel that you have trust in them. Which brings us back to the mission statement. Without a mission statement, a lot of corporations wouldn't know which way to go. It is basically a map for them. Now, you probably heard this. Live a dream. If you can dream it, you can live it. Anybody know who said that? Walt Disney. Right? Probably one of the oldest quotes in the world, because he was, I think, old when he said it, probably like 30 or something. Okay, but quotes, I think they were born from, I'm sure, mission statements were born from quotes. The difference is a quote is normally referred to something we can personally use for ourselves, whereas a mission statement is something you want to say to bring your company into the future. I kind of get them confused. And when I get them confused, I can only look at something and say Coca-Cola. To refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, to create value and make a difference. I don't know what that means to their employees, because we all know that Coca-Cola don't give a damn about what we think about the company. They want to make money and sugar, right? But their mission statement is so old it works for them. The people on the front line, they don't care what the mission statement is unless you can actually go down there as a CEO making $40 million a year and know who that person's name is. Rick, I want to thank you for packing the stylus. They were, great job. That Coca-Cola malfunction we had, thank you so much for doing that, okay? Guys, good job, thank you. If you can't do that as a CEO, your mission statement doesn't mean iota. Because if you can't lead from the top down, there's no sense in trying to go from the bottom up, because you can't do it. So when I come back to the quotes, I look at the two quotes that I adored most in my life. One of them, I'd like to say, I was feeling couth one day, and I had a piece of it. And I think the second best quote, and you all relate to this, I hope. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Who said that?
JFK.
Don't even go there, my president. You think I look like Trump now, but I don't. Before my shower, I look like Hillary.
Oh my God.
What a horror show.
Here's another one. I'm not sure if it's really a mission statement, but I take it to heart that it is. It sounds like a quote, but it is a mission statement because it's something that we all live every Friday morning. When I was the president of Fox Toastmasters, it was then that we decided that we should have a mission statement. And we racked our brains at every meeting, every board meeting. It wasn't coming. And one morning I woke up and I just wrote these words down. I brought it to the board meeting and I put it out there. And these two young ladies looked at me and said, "Yeah, that sounds great, but we don't know what it means." And I went, "This is why we're all here." So we sat down for the next 15, 20 minutes, and the lovely Miss Shira Jacobs and the lovely Joy McPherson, who is a classic Toastmaster in our group, hope she comes back one day now she's retired and has time. They took the words that I wrote down and they made helping redefine your standard of speaking wherever you stand for those around you. That is our mission statement here at Toastmasters. This is why I keep coming back. Because I want to be a helping hand to anybody who can stand up here or wants to stand up here and give a speech on how to improve us and themselves. Madam Toastmaster.